It's Wednesday, the 19th day of September, 2012. I'm Alex Jones. Strap yourselves in for an extremely important, groundbreaking edition of INFOWARS Nightly News. Straight ahead.
Tonight on the INFOWARS Nightly News, Alex Jones speaks with INFOWARS reporters Aaron Dykes and Melissa Melton about the UN takeover of our inalienable rights in the name of sustainable development. Plus, the dollar is headed for a rapid collapse as fake gold bars turn up in Manhattan. Then, Walmart sued after tearing up a woman's $100 bills. All that and more on the INFOWARS Nightly News.
First off, we covered this last night, but in the last 24 hours, it's been picked up by a lot of publications, thanks to drudgereport.com, boosting our story. And I'm covering this again because it's so incredibly important. DHS has purchased an additional 200 million more rounds of ammunition. Additional purchases include bullets designed for snipers. The FedBiz Ops website shows the DHS is looking to purchase an additional 200 million rounds of .223 rifle ammunition over the next 4 years, as well as 176,000 rounds of .308 caliber, 160 grain hollow point boat tail rounds, and an additional 25,000 rounds of blank .308 caliber bullets for sniper training. Now, again, this is out over the next 4 years, but they've already purchased $1.4 billion in the last year they've taken delivery of. So it's just so many of these purchases are coming in, we can't even track them all. And we've had police calling in, you name it, saying, hey, we've been told, get ready for martial law. Get ready for total collapse. I hope that's not the case, but all the preparations are being made. James Smith over at Prepper Podcast website highlights, it is the type of ammunition and not necessarily the quantity that is troubling. Smith points out the DHS acquisition of .308 rounds is a concern because they are set to be used by well-trained snipers. That's right. Police up close use handguns, 40 cal. They use 12-gauge cartridges. But when you .223 up close with rifles, when they start getting into .308, that's sniper. And that's what they admit they're for, is snipers. So just ongoing training on that front. Total arms buildup against the American people by the banks that have occupied and taken over this nation and who are working with collaborators. And I want to note, many of the collaborators in this country don't even realize that they're working for offshore banks. But they are collaborators. It's like most Germans actually thought they were trying to save Germany. Most Russians thought communists were, their bosses. And I mean, people just get into this mindset of not questioning. And you need to start questioning, or we're going to get deeper down the rat hole. And I say that to new viewers, new listeners out there. This is a report out of SHTF plan, Mark Slavo, but it also links through to a story I reported on yesterday. There's more on this. MSNBC, CNBC, and others are reporting. The lower the U.S. dollar, the greater the intensity of currency wars. And it goes on to break down the chart showing just since QE3 was announced how much the dollar has dropped, but other currencies are dropping as well. And this chart actually comes from CNBC that site is linking to. In fact, here's CNBC. The third significant feature is historical support for the 74.5 in the dollar. This is the upper edge of the consolidation band between 73.5 and 74.5. This is a downgrade target for the dollar index following a fall to 79, below 79. This target can be reached very rapidly over the next 3 to 4 weeks. A rapid collapse of the U.S. dollar puts immediate pressure on other dollar-linked currencies. So there's a race to lower currencies worldwide. There is a very low probability the U.S. dollar will resume its upward trend. The move below the value of the up trend line below the 75 confirmed the new downward trend has developed. So it's this seesaw up and down. But the issue is Over a 10-year graph, not a 4-year graph, the dollar's going down. There's some ups and downs in it, but it's a downward ridge, not an upward. So we've got inflation going up because the dollar's being devalued. As it goes down, your purchasing value goes down, the cost of goods goes up. And you see that hyperinflation looming. They've tried to export the inflation, but it's coming back in derivatives, from oil to natural gas to... well, firearms are pretty much a derivative now. They've never been called that. But pork bellies, beans, everything. Wheat, it's all going up. Okay, continuing here with the ongoing manipulation. I've been reporting on this for more than 14 years. And it's been in foreign journals. It's been in financial publications that specialists read. It's not secret. It's just something the average person that watches football all day doesn't know, that Fort Knox was found to have a bunch of fake tungsten bars plated in gold. That a lot of other major central banks have been caught doing this. And now, all over the world, in New York City, you name it, citizens are going in, private folks are going in China, India, the U.S., Mexico, you name it, the reports are coming out. And they are buying 10-ounce, 20-ounce, 50-ounce, 100-ounce gold bars, put out by governments, put out by private groups. And they're spitting this to the media that, well, groups have gotten the bars and drilled into them and hollowed them out and put tungsten in, but this is being done very professionally. Tungsten weighs almost the same as gold, so it's very hard to tell if this has been done. But recently, again, more of these have been popping up. The truth is, it is, and this is a kind of naked short in gold, where these big central banks that are holding government's gold can loan it out and claim they have larger reserves than they do, that they've actually sold. And the truth is, you're looking at a pile of tungsten. And in some cases, it's gold bars on the outside and just tungsten on the inside. So it's not even bars that have had tungsten put inside. Sometimes it's gold bars outside of tungsten inside. And this just goes to how they've tried to use the paper market and other things to hold gold down, because it exposes what's happening with the devaluation of global currencies. The issue here, though, is now that George Soros and other heavy hitters are exiting stock markets, exiting brokerage, exiting handling people's money because they know the design collapse is coming, and moving into gold big time, will they be able to continue to suppress it forever? That's the question. All I know is I'm investing in gold and silver. Everything is manipulated, including gold, but the globalists can manipulate paper 1,000,000 times easier, literally. Paper, zeros and ones in computers, la-la land. Commodities, if they want to manipulate them, they've got to use paper to try to control them, but over the long term, they can't. So tangible things, friends, family, gold, silver, water filters, food, skills, trades. Folks are going to still need a dentist. They're still going to need a nurse. They're still going to need a farmer no matter what happens. They're still going to need a mechanic. So it is your trades that you have that are most important. Alex Jones here with a message to fellow freedom lovers. The prognosis for the entire planetary economic system runs from bad to worse. The globalist model is to shut down societies and starve patriots out until they acquiesce to the global takeover. That's why we've assembled the most vital and important preparedness items at INFOWARSshop.com. These are items that I did research on, that I personally use. You've got the life straw, so you can turn fetid water into safe water anywhere you go. The K-Tor hand crank generator to charge up key equipment during power outages or out in the field. Strategic Relocation, 3rd edition by Joel Skousen. When Disaster Strikes by Matthew Stein. ThyroSafe, used by Homeland Security to protect yourself during any radiological event. Hand crank shortwave AM/FM radios. Everything that we've researched and found to be the best is available at InfoWarsShop.com, and your purchase makes our InfoWar possible. We're getting prepared. Are you? InfoWarsShop.com.